Hello everyone, my name is Saroslan, or at least that's what they call me on the forums, and today I'm here to talk to you about the upcoming patch 2.2.0 and the increase in light level. Now DJ promised a significant increase, and the cap is going from 320 to 335, an increase of about 5%. Now, is 5% significant? The answer surprisingly is yes, once you get into the math. Now, for the purposes of this video, when I talk about light, I refer to your overall light level. When I refer to attack, I'm talking about the attack stat on your weapons. Now, how does damage work? Because that's about what this light level increase is about. Your ability damage, that is your super grenade and melee, damage is based purely on your overall light level. So as this number goes up, your super will do more damage, your melee will do more damage, and your grenades will do more damage. It's based purely on this number. Weapon damage, however, functions slightly differently, and I have to go up here and die to try to show you how. Your light level is referenced according to a stat called recommended light. Recommended light changes depending upon what encounter you're in. Now, up in the upper right-hand corner of the screen, it says recommended light 280. That's the recommended light for this encounter. Now that acts as a ratio upon my current light. Now my current light is 270. I'm 10 light levels below the recommended light for this encounter. So enemies are doing more damage to me, and I am doing less damage to enemies. Now, I want to line up, take a shot, 2,920 something. That's at a light level of 10 light below the recommended light for the encounter. But if I go to 281, one light level over the recommended light of the encounter, $4,098. I do about what, a thousand and some change over just by increasing my light. Now let's try to max out my light and see what happens. 314 is good enough. So I raised my light by 11 and I did 1100 more damage. I raised my light by more, I'm still doing 4,000 and some change. I'm not doing any more damage at 315 or 314 than I am at 381. Why? Because of the recommended light. Remember, the recommended light for this encounter is 280. That acts as a gating mechanism. If you're below 280 light, below the recommended light for the encounter, you will have decreased weapon damage, and you will take increased damage from enemies. After the recommended light, your light level does not modify your weapon's damage whatsoever. I could be 320 and I would still be doing 4,000 and change with a headshot with this weapon. Once you've hit the recommended light for that encounter, everything comes down to the attack stat on that particular weapon that you're using. Now, for each additional point of attack on this weapon, and this is any weapon, it gains approximately 0.7% extra damage. So if this weapon did 1,000 damage to the body with a normal shot, at say 300, at 305 it would do 1,035 damage. At 310 it would do 1,070 damage. 315 or at 320 it would do 1,140 damage. 0.7 times 20. That's really it. So the difference on paper, if you walk into a recommended light level encounter of 335 at 320, so 15 light below the recommended for the encounter, you will do about 65% of your normal base damage. So if you were to walk into there with a light of 320 and a 335, and your weapon would do, say, 650 damage to the body, where if you were at 335, that same weapon would do 1,000 damage. you have a 35% net decrease in all weapon damage across the board for being 15 light levels below the encounter. You're also going to take about 35% more damage. That really does it. So just to cap things up, your current light level only directly modifies your ability damage, melee, super, and grenade. It acts as a ratio to the recommended light for that encounter. If it's at or above the recommended light for that encounter, the amount of damage you do is based purely on the attack stat of your weapon, with each additional point of attack doing about 0.7% more damage. And that really does it. So that wraps it up for me, Guardians. Until next time, eyes up.